Hey! Why, hello there. Welcome, one and all, to this. So, as you can see, it's been quite a while since I've done one of these, and as you can see, we're going to be doing a little light commentary of my video. And I just want to make before we like delve into further or explain or whatever. I just want to ask: is everything good? Did everyone hear me? Or explain. Like because like yeah, like it's been like eons since I last streamed. Like I don't know, like 7 years. We good? Yep. Okay, that's good. That's great. So now you might be now you might be like asking, why is my camera like this? Uh, my only answer is it's funny. I mean, it's fitting because like the whole Freddy Simon thing, grayscale and whatnot. Except I made it like completely crusty and worse. And you might be not seeing it, but like, oh god, like right here, that's the plushie right there. He's just sitting there. Petey's observing y'all in the back. So yeah, he says hi. And on top of that, even this little guy says hi. He's gonna be watching along right over there. So all I can be saying is why don't we just get it started, right? Or well, let me just tell you how it began. So basically, Friends Till the End was actually an old title. An old title to an old series I tend to do with pixel art. One would say that Friends Till the End is just a regular saying, but I basically took that and recycled it to this because it fits better. Bring it back, he's gone? Okay, fine. You want him back? He'll be like right there. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, with that being said, and I gotta be really honest, during the plushie campaign, I haven't even started it. Like, during October, I think. Like, I set out all these incentives and everything, and the last incentive was, well, this video. And I was like, I haven't even started. I only had one thing. And that was like the main sprite of freaking it might be hard to see my hand, but this guy right here, only the main sprite, and that's it. But here's the thing when it comes to me and pixel art. I work fast. with pixel art. What do you animate in? Oh, okay. I'll get to that. Okay, I'll get to that. So, strangely enough, when it comes to pixel art animation, I work without like issue. I don't know why, but for me, I have this nice flow to it. Like whenever I get working, I just do. Like there's no explanation behind it. I just do. I mean, like many years ago, I used to have I used to do other pixel art related animations, but coincidentally, they happen to be Undertale related. Those who know, basically, those who know, and that's where I got my experience from. So, when it comes to Friends to the End, it took me 3 to 4 months to finish, and the progress I've gotten have like, okay, here's the thing. I don't really want to say like anything like major. I'm not the type of guy who's gonna be like, it was astronomical, it was major, it was crazy. But to the people I've showed this to, it was crazy to them because of how like different it was. Because that's what I wanted. I like doing things differently. Like why is the room so dark? Because it's funny. I don't know why. You gotta be okay. Anyways, so when it comes to Friends to the End, I didn't have much to like in mind. I just worked with what I had, and throughout the progress, I ended up coming up with ideas after ideas, and it just hit me, because Pete is supposed to represent like old Rubber Hose cartoons, and as for VB, the main culprit of this animation is supposed to represent like cartoon episodes that unintentionally terrified you as a kid. Whether it be from banned episodes or just strange episodes that are like gross for like no reason. But put it in the bunker with Gaster. Yeah, probably. So that's what he's mainly representing, and that's what you're seeing. Like that's why it's like creepy. Like the horror aspect of it is because like he said, he inherited stuff from Pete, meaning that he still has cartoon traits, but he turns those cartoon traits into horror, because that's what the roaring is about, like fear and devastation and everything. So he basically reused it for bad. What is Gaster cooking in the stove? Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about the stove. Don't worry about the stove. Is that the cowboy guy? Yes, it's me, the cowboy guy. Who else do you think it is? Okay, so yeah, yeah. So that's what VB is about. That's what VB is supposed to represent. Why did you use green soul for this one? I know there was an original green soul mechanic in there, but we see the one parry mechanic more than... Okay. That is what a lot of people have been asking about. Like, why is it the green soul? Because the green soul is all about, like, you're stuck. You're stuck inside this box and you can't escape. How I, reinterpreted, or, well, reimagined it, I guess, is that we say in the normal Pete fight, we have the room, his studio. In the studio, you can't escape it, making you stuck in there. Meaning that with the green soul, you can move around, but only there. That's how I interpret it. Or, well, I reimagined it. Peter von Basel, is this the last As you can see, folks, Peter von Basel never... Okay, I can't even put this on my head. I can't even pretend. I can't. Okay, anyways, but, yeah, that's the deal with the green soul. And when it comes to Friends Till the End, kinda similar, except it's more so you want to be there. Like, you're not particularly stuck, but you are basically like it's a forced fight. The player forces the Chris to fight this guy, making them technically stuck with this. Why I can't see your face? You don't have to. So that's my explanation of the green soul, why it's here. Like, obviously in the actual games it works differently, but I basically, just like a certain turtle said, I can rewrite how things can be, and so can you. So I did. Let me see. Are you ever gonna get this made into an actual game? That is also a question I get a lot. I don't know. I really don't know. Am I honest? You know what? It's getting really quiet in here. Let me bring this back up. Hold on. Yeah, screw it. Okay. Hopefully this audio is good. If not, you can just tell me. So when it comes to like making a game out of this, I'm terrible with handling a team. It's just a personal experience, but I just can't. If anything, and you can take from the stream alone, and you can do it. I permit you to do it. One of the incentives was that I sent a sprite sheet. I permit you. Like, if you want to make a game, like a fan game out of this, I allow you to use it. However, my one condition is bring credit to not only me, but to the musician. Or, well, my main concern about that is what the musicians thinks. Because, like, I'm not a musician. Like that's why I don't really want to make hesitated on allowing people to make a fan game, because I wouldn't know what the musicians would think. Musicians such as Shadow Crystal or Saga, like the people who made the songs. Like, because like in order for me to fully permit it, you have to ask them. Like, that makes sense, don't you think? Because, like, yeah, once again, I'm not a musician. I only asked those two for, like, the songs, and they gave me the permission. So it's a bit complicated when it comes. Yeah, communication is key. Exactly. It's like always ask, because like it's always important. Otherwise, you will get you do something that someone else doesn't want. So that's why, because like I would be fine with people making a fan game out of this. It's only a matter if the musicians want. It's okay with it. That's all I can say. And y'all know, or well, should know who the musicians are, because I always credit them. And in this video, I made sure to credit them. Because there are some individuals out there who thinks I make music or re-uploads them, which I don't want. Okay? Like, if you're gonna be enjoying someone's music, don't re-upload it. Just give them the views. Like, yeah, sure, I have rent to pay, but probably so do they. So give them the views. May I create a wiki article about Pizza VB with all credits? I mean, honestly, why not? a freaking wiki article? Sure, why not? The love recently was awesome, so you plan to release the Ballad of Voice? Okay, speaking of musicians, as I still am not a musician, but I gave it a try. Like, you're the visual art, yeah. I guess, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to sound effects, I have a good ear for like making sounds, but I can't say I'm a sound designer. That's a different thing. It's like saying I can do impressions, but that doesn't make me a voice actor. You know what I'm saying? But since I have this like good ear for like sounds, then I try to make music. Like I made like 3 songs for this, or well, 2.5, where the same one has like a different variation. So, and I'm surprised people liked it. It's kind of like last time in the first Pete video where I was like, you know, the freaking "Come on everybody, it is time to go" like that song. Like people love that, and I'm surprised they were because I'm not a singer either. So, yeah, I'm just glad that people actually like it. Hold on, let me use the. Do you intend to include other party members in Friends till the end, or just Chris and Susie? Thing is about the like this. How I like to imagine, like out behind the scenes, it's like Susie was handling the fire because there was a fire going around, and she's trying to fix it because just like in the official chapter 3, she grown attached to TV world. Like she has a well appreciation towards it and doesn't want anything to happen to it, so she wants to save it. Rousey is being confronted by one of the main CEOs of the studio, you could say, named Brooke T, which my Tenna mentioned. Which his name is Mike VCR, by the way. So, bro, is VB supposed to be voice box? Yeah. Yeah, that's simple. You thought VB was something extravagant? No, it's just voice box. It's Pete and voice box because he's a doll, like Woody. He's a doll with a voice box. That's why his voice is like crusty. How did you see into the future and see the 8-sided green soul? Here's the thing about that. I don't know. Because like here's the thing. If I'm going to be taking a soul and reimagine it, then what can I add more to it? More directions. Like honestly, originally I thought you could do 8 directions before. But then literally last second I found out, no, there isn't. And I was like, oh, well, okay. And as for the parry, kinda similar to like the axe thing where you get more TP, I thought would be cool. It was mainly, like, obviously inspired by like stuff like Cuphead, especially with like the sound. But I'm surprised that I got some aspects of it right. Let me see here. What is VB in the light word? Just a string in a box. Let me see. Copies of monochrome? Yeah. Honestly, you did a good job with music-wise. Thank you. But once again, give love to the musicians. But I'm not a musician, okay? you can say I did good job, but that does not make me as a musician. I need like more than that. Is there a reference to the smiley face in the TV attack, or is it original? There is actually, and I'll explain. And with actually, I feel like we have gone to the point where we can move onwards to the main event. So hopefully, hold on. Okay, so does VB have any limbs? Hard to say. He used to. If I may ask, what were the creepy cartoons references? I'll explain. Well, I'll explain now. Okay, I can tell you how I'm going to be doing this. Throughout this video, I'm going to be pausing a lot. So, to explain a lot of things, okay? Not a musician literally makes a banger. Okay, let's get the video. Okay, so from here on out, let us bring to the main event. All right, and just a real quick. This video contains flashing imagery and slight disturbing imagery. I said that because I remember a friend of mine telling me that I shouldn't be putting this because like there's no need to. But I was like, I don't know. This might have triggered someone's like fight or flight. I don't know. So that's why it says. I mean, I don't know if it is, but I'm putting this here anyways. And obviously, this is just a fan take of Chapter 3. Nothing is like a prediction or nothing. It's just some bullshit I came up from my dome. And yeah, what it is, what it's supposed to be, all music and such should be credited. I'm not a musician, yada 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 yada. And that bird down there is my mascot. Love of my little bird. As for here, like this room didn't look like this before. Like if I could put it like a great example, let me go back a little. Let me go back a little. You might hear oh goodness, you might be hearing some stuff in the back. Like right off the bat, I paused. Okay, that's how much stuff I can show. Oh god, let me see my thing. So. Oh dear. Let me see. Where can I? Oh god, it's gonna be crusty. Hey, whatever. It's as good as it can be. Okay. So we have. Hold on. Oh god. Where is it? I'm gonna be putting it on my screen real quick. Okay. Oh goodness. These noises. Here. So this was the old version of these two. So back in 2018, I think. Okay, honestly, I don't remember when Deltarune first released, but it was like a year after. And yeah, a year after its release, I made a tutorial design, like way back when, and it looked something like this. And I just stuck with this design. Yeah, it's old. Oh no, yeah, it's old. This old design has stuck out to me for so long, and I just decided, you know what, it deserves its just a reimagined version. And I'm glad with this one, because the old one was just very rough, you could say, very rough. And yeah, let me get rid. Hold on, just yeah, get rid of this. And as for everything else from this background, and as you could have guessed, I've taken aspects from the official Chapter 3, so it's more modernized. That's why you see stuff like the cooler and whatnot. How will one get in contact with you? I don't know, my mail. It's right there. So, yeah. Yeah, there it is, the cooler and everything. Okay, so just in time for your second take on the fight against a double roll. This is a reference to an old video I had about Pete's first encounter. It's like, it started with this guy right here called Mike VCR telling you to make a fighting a doppelganger roll. And that's what this is referencing. It's basically implying that you failed the first time where you met, and then you met Pete. And now we're back here saying, oh, you're going to redo it now. So that's what he's insinuating. And just a little brief explanation to this guy. Mike VCR is his name. And his whole deal is that he's a fraud. He's a identity stealing, like, phony. Because like in my interpretation, There's two of them. There's a tall one and a short one, and the short one stole his like identity basically. Because like you know, that's showbiz. What was the intro in your weird route? Yeah, that would be Mike VCR a fraud. Yeah, because like because what's funny about his name? His real name is or well, in this case, it was Tenna VCR, but then he's like Mike VCR. Actually, that's not my name, and like I reimagined like his name to make it make sense to like actual chapter 3 and be like, who's Mike? So how did you get Pete's get his show cancelled? Did he lose his? Yeah, I'll get to that. Referring to Susie, by the way. Okay. So, I can tell you already, this scene right here was not on purpose a reference to something. Because like I've seen a lot of people reference a certain game. A certain game I just did not intend to reference, right? And yeah, oh dear goodness, why is this happening? This yeah, this is good. So I and people thought I was referencing this. Which was not on purpose, not at all. So yeah, because okay, so I can understand why people like it wasn't like okay, I can understand why people thought it was, because like the stage, the curtains, the stereo in the middle, but it was not on purpose, right? It was not. Okay, it was not. Oh dear. Okay. All right. To explain, Mimikin, that name, if people haven't figured it out yet, it's just a mix of mimic and mannequin. Mimikin, and that's it.
Live camera action!
Okay, so two things. First of all, Toriel does have an icon, but I think it thought it would make sense that it would be like a solo fight. Because like, as it says, Toriel doesn't want to fight. And as for this right here, 100 HP, I tried to do something different. Like, instead of utilizing TP, it's like requiring you to intentionally hurt yourself to take advantage of Toriel's like motherly instinct, because at the end of the day, she's still your mother and would do anything to protect you. Funny story about this design. Okay, so I want to see if I can like even find it. Let me terminal repo. So a friend of mine did some like doodled designs of these guys. And it's quite funny actually. It's like a very bootlegged version of like obviously the Fun Gang, but now the problem is I don't think I can find it, because like this was old. This was like a year old, so it's gonna be a bit hard to find it. But I'll probably like post a community thing to show people. But right now I don't have the time to like dig through that. So yeah. Okay, so here's a little funny thing about mocks the way you stand. So there is a certain very specific like not meme but like a video that I've seen. It was a video of like I think it was Kasani Teto dressed up as Miku. He was all like yeah, she was dressed up as her and stood that way as her. It's like I don't stay like that. That's what this is referencing. uh, which is like a very like obviously this isn't like giving it away, but this was like funny to me. It was really funny. Oh, PG, if you're here, will you be prepared for the second time? PB will take over. Those who know. That to mention, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, like, Chris took damage here. It went down. So, the player, or this made-up player, got an idea. Obviously, Sonic Adventure 2 reference. Okay, just real quick, because like to this still I hear people talk about like why isn't Chris gaining TP, or just in general why isn't Chris getting TP. It could have been easy to animate, but I'm lazy. And just like that, this is where the old versions originally started. I just thought it would be nice to have like an extra scene in the beginning. Okay, here's a funny little story about this little guy. Before I knew, or well, before I even got to know about La Nino and El Nina, I thought I had this idea of giving them a child, or children. So we have these little Lakido guys, and they're supposed to be stars, because well, in this case, studio stars or whatever. But since La Nino is like a moon and El Nina is a cloud, these kids are stars. so that's what these guys are supposed to be. But sadly, they didn't have kids. But in this take, they do. And it's not child labor, if you're wondering. They're like appropriate age to work. They're working with their parents. Just insinuating they burden on other people or workers. So, real quick, this is obviously a nod to the official like Dark World tutorial design. I just thought it would just be a little nice nod to still let her have her crown. And that's why Yeah, she has it here. Okay, so to explain this room, like why is it so dark and like there's no like nothing? It's just it's just a dark void. It's like I could have done a room design here, but I want this feeling of like hollowness to like settle in. Like in this situation, everything around you doesn't matter. It's only you two, your mother and yourself, and well, the player, seeing what you have done. So everything else doesn't matter around you. So which kind of adds like to the not horror aspects, but like the severity of the situation, you could say. I'm still wondering who Brooke T is. Before we continue, let me show you who he is, because I don't think I've ever shown you how he looks like. Like in my videos, that is. So, as you can see, oh goodness, this image is too big. Okay, so this is Brooke. So, yes, this is going off as like obviously this is based around the chess theory that the people had going around. Because like I like the idea of that. It sounded cute. It was a cute idea. And I like to imagine that this guy was like a brother to Lancer. And I can understand that the chess theory isn't for everyone, but I don't know. Personally, I think it was cute. And obviously, there's also this guy, which is like an uncle to Lancer. So, yeah. That's who Brooke T is. Brooke T stands for Brook Tower. So, yeah, because he's a rook. I only added this song here because I thought it would be appropriate. Because, like, it's called Glowing Snow. And if I remember correctly, in the original, it was implied that the snow, in quotations, was ashes. Like ashes inside of a TV because it was abandoned or whatever. So in this case, I think it would make sense to have it because there's ashes in the air because it got burnt. And yes, folks, he's dead. And to explain a little with his face, y'all ever heard of a screen burn? Like, have you ever had like one of those like old like fat TVs, like VHS TVs or whatever? And if they're on for too long, and when you turn it off, the screen is like imprinted in it. That's what this is. That's why his like face is still there. That was like the last moment you saw his face before it was imprinted into the screen. Funnily enough, that line, "Look what the cat dragged in," was a crazy coincidence because of the whole friend thing. Which was funny. So I kept it. Or in this case, friend cat. Shoutouts to Shadow Crystal, by the way. Wonderful song. And y'all should also, like, give them the views. Give them the views. Don't re-upload it! Anyways. Wait, hold on. Poot, I've been wondering... Wait, hold on, wait. You caught my attention now. I wonder what his revenge even about. Okay, so brief summary when it comes to Peter VB. His entire deal is that how I'm gonna say it. Since he inherited VB's anger, he grew angry towards everyone in the studio for canceling his owner or his creator's passion project. Originally, Pete and VB, believe it or not, he is one of the nicest darkeners out there. Like, before VB even arrived, he was the nicest one there. And he would understand if his show got cancelled. It would just mean that maybe he did something wrong and he would accept it. But he doesn't accept it now because they personally hurt his creator's passion project. So that's why he is the way he is. Like, he's angry, he wants revenge, he wanted to burn down the tower, but in this case, you, the player, did it first. Doesn't that contradict the ending of the normal round? Not really. It's more so he realized what he did was wrong. Like, he realized that maybe this isn't what he wanted. Like, his creator. Like, sure, this was his passion project, but maybe resorting to, like, burning down a tower isn't the move. To explain? Okay, here's another thing to explain. That string behind his back is what keeps him together. Like, stop pausing, it's annoying. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You're in my live commentary stream, and I'm trying to explain everything that is said in this description. You relax now, because that's what this is about, okay? That's what this is about. Okay? But yeah, to explain the string behind his back is what brings him, like, whole. Without it, this happens. Like, and in other cases, when he pulls it, is how he summons VB. If he really pulls it, then he summons Omega VB, which is that giant head version of him. But in this case, he broke it, Pete crumbled, and now there's Alpha VB. This line, a being who will live as he died, is more so implied that Pete died and up goes him. The friend on the inside. Is there a signal? he says right here, people who didn't hear it, he says, reach for the skies. So his inner cartoon is still there. Okay, so what's funny about this attack? Like, let me go back just a second. This is a foreshadowing. Like, okay, originally, like I said before, the idea of him being the way he is, like originally, like a spawn, wasn't, the idea wasn't there. I was mainly referencing this bit because there was a lot of people who thought that the Titan who had that shading was him. I mean, obviously it's not like him, but people had the idea. It was like, oh, he looks oddly familiar. It's like strangely familiar to like Omega VB, which is crazy. I have a question. It was surprising after discovered that VB was a Titan. I really spawn. But by the way, I keep wondering if spawn ones should eventually become Titans because the Titans in Chapter 4 is a newborn Titan and spawns are treated somewhat different from Titans. It's like in this take, Titan spawns function differently because like in the original, Titan spawns from Titans, but in this case, they're kind of like eggs, you could say. Either an egg or like a seed, like a seed you would plant on the ground. That's how I like reimagined it. And just to get it out there, all his attack from this point are parallels to his normal ones. So every version, these, you could say, these aren't original attacks, it's just repurposed ones. Titan spawns don't spawn from Titans. They exist even in the first sanctuary. Oh. You know, that is true. That is true. I kind of forgot about that. What happens if you dodge the attack? I don't know. It's kind of like Flowey. Like, obviously this attack is inspired by Flowey with the whole friendliness pellet thing. He would just comment on like, okay, good. You understood the task. Now let's go back at the matter at hand, basically. But in this case, he's like, what are you doing? You're too trusting. Stop that. There's a boot inside my snake. The yodeling? Oh, don't worry about that. That's my phone. You and I aren't so different after all, is what he says. Kinda had to, you know. I was making an attack with horse heads filled with flies. I kinda had to, you know. So, this is important. Like, some have noticed this, and some have not. But what Chris is doing here is, notice how the swings, like, where they're, like, aimed at, and what the soul is doing. The soul is moving. Because Chris wants to tear you down. Because Chris doesn't want this. All of this happening, to Chris, this is a pointless battle. Like a pointless 1v1 to prove nothing. So, yeah, Chris is very mad about that. The darkness feels so familiar. You could say this is also a very subtle foreshadowing, because this is how, like, Titan-related attacks looks like. Like, just simply black and white. Or specifically like that. Oh yeah, this line I just thought was funny. Because, like, horseflies is a thing, but horse mosquito ain't. So, this thing. There have been some people saying that this is a reference to the Alaskan bullworm from SpongeBob, which was not the intention, honestly, but fitting for the whole, like, cartoon horror stuff. But in reality, let me show you who this is supposed to be. Because, like I said before, all the attacks are parallels to Pete's normal ones. So let me show you what attack it is. Where can this little thing be? Where is it? Where is it? It's right... I can't find it. Hold on. There you are. It's you! That's right. It's the giant bullet. The one bullet that Pete never got to use. Turn into that. And what's funny about this bullet, it basically shows you that it was that easy to endure. So even if Pete used it, you could just, well, as you can may see, and that's it. Oh yeah, the yellow bullets here, I decided to be a bit evil here. Because, like, originally, the yellow bullets, how they function is that they go around you and then hit you. But in this case, I wanted to make it more harder. Because why not? Instead of going around, it goes, but you could say, not really below, but behind it. Like, behind the box. So it's more trickier. Like, trickier and harder to, like, navigate. But, so yeah, this is more like evil. Oh yeah, another thing with that bullet, let's see if we can catch it. Oh, God damn it. You know, I'll just pull it on stream. It's easier that way instead of, like, spending 10 minutes pausing at the right time. Where can it be? There you are. So, this bullet has his face on it. Right there. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and reveal on how it actually like looks like fully. It's nasty, isn't it? Obviously, this is a callback to like the normal fight where he breaks the fourth wall. What's terrifying about this is that since he still has like the cartoon logic, then he basically knows like the player, like who's watching them. Basically, he's like has that awareness, so that's why he does it still. Okay, so this attack is funny. Because, like, think about this. In the original, this boot was Pete's attack of just doing a little, like, step dance. Like a little, like a little, like a do-si-do rodeo-ass dance. So I was thinking to myself, how do I make a shoe scary? Like, how do I make this, like, nasty or whatever? Because, like, it's a shoe. Like, what do I even do with the shoe? So I just threw my hands up and said, screw it. It's a spider now. Oh yeah, and the funny little detail, there's snake shed. He's spinning a snake shed. That's what this little, like, head on the left is. Oh, right, right. Someone said it in chat. That line? Who am I? What am I? Is what he says. I feel like this one was the only one you could actually hear. Like, okay, the issue with like these voice lines is that I had trouble balancing it properly. It was like I could have made it louder, but I felt like they would be too loud. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like leaving it to people's interpretation would be like funnier. Oh yeah, also this. The same thing with this thing. In the original, this was a dynamite. Like a bouncing dynamite that goes around, and shifts between like blocking to parrying. And I was thinking, how do I make this like freaky? So I turned it into a living flame. A living flame in a Molotov. And this face is actually a reference. It's referencing that one Indiana Jones guy that got his face melted. This is a very niche reference, but that's what his face, like, structure-wise, is supposed to be. Oh, right. Wait. I forgot to like that gray bit. Yes. Okay. That gray bit that is just shifting through a bunch of letters is Ralsei's explanation of the roaring. It's very subtle, but it's just there to basically say like what is happening, like not really a foreshadowing, but it's like not a hint either. It's just there. It's just there for ominous reasons. this room, I never really showed people how like the outside of the door was. It was just a door in the first like Pete fight, and I thought like it would be funny to, or well, not funny, but like it would be nice to have more a better idea on what it looks like outside. And that table and chair is just a little reference to the trailer, because he sat there and did the whole like so I met this little varmint right outside the alleyway earlier this morning, that thing. That's where he sat in. So there's that. Hold on. I think in this universe, friend is the Titan spawn. Okay, so funny thing about that is like like the friend cat specifically is probably not a Titan in this, or well, kinda. It's more so like because like I recently heard that there are theories that the friend cat thing could potentially be like a Titan creature, and I found that cool. Like just a cool, neat little theory. So I thought this would be kind of cool. Like it does not, it did not affect like this. It was just a nice little like a coincidence that it's just out there. So I just like to imagine like the friend inside them is just a Titan kind of thing. How hard is this boss on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. I don't know. How... It's not like I'm playing it. Is that why friend is in VB's attack? Yeah, that is why. So yeah, this is just insinuating that whoever found them brought them to Pete and basically planted VB inside him, making him the friend inside him. So okay, obviously it's Gaster. Like that letter, that hand, obviously stands for G. G for Gaster. So funny thing is, how I, like in this take, how I interpret it, I don't think Gaster has anything to do with like the darkness or the roaring. I like to imagine that he's an instigator. Like he likes to fuel the flames to see what happens because he's a scientist. He wants to see what happens. So that's what happened here. Okay, so this point forward, VB realized or remembered who he really is and is ready to grow. Like, obviously that is, but think of it like this. Oh, how many of y'all have played Pokemon? Like modern Pokemon games. Like, and we say you have the evolve option available, but you haven't done it yet. That's basically what's happening here. Because like this whole time, VB could have grown into becoming like a massive titan and whatnot. But he hasn't done it yet because his memory of it is gone. Because he's been so attached to Pete. Like, maybe not in a good way, because like he's more of like a parasite. But it's more so he inherited so much of Pete that he basically lost himself. Okay, now this is where things I can explain every reference here. Because, once again, VB is supposed to represent old cartoon shows that unintentionally scared you as a kid. And since he is a cartoon, he brings other cartoons that are horrific. So obviously people found out that this is a reference to... Hold on. It's a reference of this little guy. Yeah, that's him. Okay, this one was hard for people to realize, and I can understand why. This is a very, very niche reference. Have you all ever watched Steven Universe? Okay, so it's a reference of this guy. It's Frybo. I just thought it would make sense to change it to Icy because he's a mascot character, and so is Frybo. So, and the thing is with Frybo is that he was very veiny. So that's why Icy in the middle was veiny too. That's what it's referencing. I could understand it was hard to figure that out, but it's a very niche reference. That's what he's supposed to represent. Okay, this one is 3 references in one, actually. So, this thing in the middle is another Courage reference, like Courage the Callaway Dog. It's a reference of this guy. I don't really know what he is called. It was something like something harvest. Like his whole deal is about flowers, and that's why there's a flower here. And as you may have noticed, because like if I remember correctly, the episode, if they do not plant a flower, then they'll basically die from being boiled alive, or like from heat, just from heat. And that's why the flower here melts. That's why they melt. It's like a one, not really a one-to-one reference, but it's like it's staying, like all of these like horror things are staying true to the official thing. That's what it is. Spirit of the Harvest Moon. That's it. That's the one. And okay, this one. Oh dear. Hold on. Oh god. Okay, this one is a little hard to catch. Okay. Okay. Basically, that. Oh dear, that's too much. Okay, so there's a bit where he starts shaking his head. That frame is King Ramses from Courage. Like this guy. It mainly his like facial structure is what happens. Because, like, when it comes to King Ramses, one of his curses is summoning, like, locusts. So that's why there are locusts here. Like, the moment he shakes his head, having the face of King Ramses summons locusts. So that's what it is. And obviously, as many people have caught, it's who could forget? Who could forget? It's obviously him. Simply the Lich. Okay, this one was a funny one. Because, like, in my head, when I made this, it would be like a 50-50. People would find this, like a freaky or funny, because it's SpongeBob. It's that one gross image of SpongeBob. And, obviously it's the SpongeBob. But, so that's the reference. But in another end, it's a reference to the Halloween episode, where he shaved his entire skull and left only to become a brain and eyes. So there's that. Hell, there's even ghosts here who does that. Oh yeah, Prunsel. It was not intentional that it would be a reference to Prunsel. It really wasn't. I just thought it's just eyes. It's just eyes looking around, and that's it. But if people wants to think it's Prunsel, be my guest.
Inherited my freedom.
Okay, so this one, many have caught this one as well. It's a banned episode of Teletubbies, where it was like this strange lion thing and like a bear or whatever, like this thing. Okay, so funny story about this thing. Because when I was doing my research when it comes to like cartoon horror stuff, like when it comes to like YouTube videos and whatnot, I kept seeing this thing, like this lion, and I was like, do I really want to put this in? It's such a very like niche thing, but why not? Why not? Like if babies found this scary, then sure, I'll provoke someone out there. Okay, this one is... Many have also caught this one. It's the... Hold on, let me see. It's a reference to Pingu, like the penguin, and his nightmare of this thing, the walrus. Like, okay, it might be a bit hard to see him behind... Actually, let me show you. Let me show you how he looks like. If I can find it, that is. Where is it? There he is. He looks like this. So, yeah, that's the walrus from Pingu. And, if people remember his nightmare, that bed right there grew, like, legs and everything. And it was like, it started as a good dream, and then this thing came up and ate his bed. So that's why there's, like, a bed here. Oh god, what did I do? Okay, nothing. Whew! I thought I deleted something by accident. Okay. And as you figured, those things are like the bed legs or whatever. Just dropped in. Could this ever be a playable mod? It could, like explained it in the beginning of my on the stream. Long story short, I would be okay with it, but it's a matter of if the musicians are okay with it, because I just asked for permission from them. They gave me that permission, but I want to stay respectful, and I want others to be respectful as well. So you have to ask them, because otherwise I would be fine with it. Oh, right. Okay. I need to slow down. Okay, so this one is two references. So this is a okay. Many have also caught this one as well. So this is a reference to Speed Demon, like from the Powerpuff Girls, where they went too fast to go to school. They went into like the future. Everything is like ruined. Everyone they know are like completely messed up, and they all started blaming the Powerpuff Girls. So in this case, the residents of the town is blaming you for what you did to the studio. So we got Noelle, Asgore, Toriel, Jockington, Berkeley, and Caddy. So, and yes, that thing in the middle up there, that's Jockington. I imagine that he wouldn't have his shades on, but at the same time, I can't imagine him without his shades on. So he's just oddly obstructed up there. And as for the thing in the middle, obviously it's supposed to be him from Powerpuff Girls, but it's also a reference to... It's a reference to this guy, Mr. Sunshine. Because, like, you can kind of see it. Like, if I... Hold on. You can kind of see his crescent moon, like, going... don't worry about that. You can kind of see his, like, crescent moon around, like, the thing, if you, like, ignore the sad residents. so that's what it is. Where's Susie and Chris? There's a reason why I didn't include Susie in this, because there's this, like, theory that Susie was not meant to be here, like the story. She's like someone, not really like not invader. What am I saying? Like, she's not supposed to be in this picture. Basically, there's like some theories going around about that. So that's why Susie's not here, or Chris. Oh, well, Chris doesn't make sense because, like, Chris is just on the side. Okay. Hold on. This one people did not get, and I can understand why. This is a reference to GB Neutron. It's a reference to this thing. It was an episode where the town suddenly watches this weird show, and they got, like, entranced by it. It started to act like zombies. So that's what the smiley face is. Like, it was like another thing that I saw, like, when I was doing my research, talking about, like, Grandma Tater's The Happy Show. And I was like, what can I even do with this? So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna make this straight true to what it is. So that's what the hands are for. It's people, like, crazy over the show and trying to, like, reach for it. That's what it is. Oh yeah, and this hand that appears, it's to make sure that you can't cheese this. Like, this is what happens. Also, just to throw it out there, Phoebe's hair are actually not hair. It's wings trying to, like, perk out. what happened if you died in mid-fight? Probably you would start in square one. Because, like, this whole section is like phase 2, you could say. So it wouldn't be, like, it wouldn't be unfair if you started all the way back. Like, if it was a game. And speaking of, this thing... hold on, let me pause it at appropriate time. There. So, some have caught this, some have not. This is a reference to a... I don't remember if it was a Nickelodeon show, but just a puppet show called Mr. Beatty. And in this show, had, like, these two fast work workers just working about, and one of them had a tapeworm in them. So, yeah, that's what this is a reference to. Okay, this one, a lot of people caught. It's a reference to Sesame Street. Like, I don't really know what it's called. Like, people have said what it was called. It was like counting to 10 with nobody, I think it was called. And it's just like this weird string puppet thing. And I was like, ugh, when I saw this. So I was like, what difference can I make out of his design? It's just eyes and a mouth. So I don't think so, like, what can I do? It's just a doodle face. So, there it is. Even the audio is from, like, the official thing. This one. Some have caught, some have not. This is our reference to Flapjack. Hold on, West. It's, and as you may have said, it's this guy. Yeah, the West man, or whatever, doing the whole West! You could kind of hear him say it, too. Or, well, me say it, because, like, that's my voice, like, hold on. Very faintly. And if I remember correctly, in that episode, it was like Flapjack and Knuckles drinking salt water. They started like freaking out, and everything turned black and red. And that's what this is supposed to, like, not simulate, but reference completely. So that's why, like, hell, even that boat is their boat. Many upon many found out what this was. I mean, clearly, I made a song for this. This is the one time I tried to give my, like, try to make a song, because I felt like it wouldn't be the same if I just had that same, like, ominous song playing with this. I felt like it needed the song, because otherwise it wouldn't be complete. So, and funnily enough, this thing is obviously not an elephant. I changed them to be like goblins instead. So that's what you're seeing. And for those who are wondering, I animated them in once. Also, the reasons why it's called Eggman on Parade, I just thought it would be funny. Because, like, no one knows what the Eggman looks like. So I was like, why not? The Eggman is a goblin. Oh, shoot. Okay, so there's one thing that I hid on purpose. Okay, I want y'all to look at, like, heal 60 HP. What do you see next to it, faintly? Like, I want you to, like, pay close attention. What do you see down there? Susie. Yeah. Now I want you to look at here. What do you see down there? But obviously at this point it would be obvious, but what I'm trying to insinuate, they have been there this whole time. And this is how you decide the ending from a gameplay standard. Because at this point, VB is like fully far gone, so you don't really have an option at the moment. And I like to imagine, hilariously enough, when you pick the chalk soda, Susie smells it. Like, smells that you've taken it and enters the scene. Like, that's why she's here.
Come on now, come here to me. Can you feel the darkness of night? It's for you and me, for all to see the ball that will take flight. The blind can't thank you enough for reminding me what I lost, forgot the fight. So dear, for the duel is done, this is the final round.
Okay, I didn't want to pause during this. I felt like it needed it. Okay, just one thing. Just one other thing. When I did this bit, I wanted to remind people that at the end of the day, this is still inside your house. So it's just showing your, like, just your interior with the Eggman.
The blind can't thank you enough for reminding me.
So, funny thing about these numbers appearing, there are a certain combination here that appears. Just real quick. I'm just gonna, all I'm gonna say is that it's 1, 2, 2, 5. That's all I gotta say.
So dear, for the duel is done, this is the final round.
And obviously, at the end of the day, we went full circle. with VB doing this thing. So does the Titan VB have a body under the stage, or is it just a head? It's like, it's just a head, but it's like, they can move now with the help of the darkness. Let me go back, because I really like this build-up. Yeah, I like that one bit. This design was difficult to work with. This design right here, like, thank God the Titans weren't so animated, like idle-wise, except for like the hand bit, but here it was harder because at the end of the day, VB still has inherited like parts of Pete, which then converted into a Titan, which is why he looks like this. Like, why he has more, like, facial structures to him. Hell, even a very niche things, like, you see those, like, near the wings, there's, like, a cross thing going like that. That's his mustache. Like, believe it or not, that is supposed to be his mustache. Just real quick, that thing right there, like the one with the, I mean, I would say grotesque smiles, but everyone has like grotesque faces. Like the one with the hat. Funnily enough, I just find it funny how like this creature has been with us this whole time. Let me see. Let me see if I can find his file. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where can he be? Where can he be? Can he be? VB? Can he be? He be? Where the heck? There it is. This little guy. He's been here with us this whole time. He just wanted to have his last battle before going away. And you know what? I'm just gonna keep him. I'm just gonna keep him. He's gonna be our little as in this case, our little friend. I'm just gonna put him like right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, wait, hold on, wait. What happened to wait. Is VB spawning here, or is it just what his attacks looks like in Titan form? Yeah, that's what his attacks looks like, because all of like the original Titan's attacks were like black and or white and black. So I tried to reflect that with these ones. Yeah, so his attacks just looks like this now. So here's the thing about like damaging VB. Some people have watched the ending A. Here's how I interpret it. It's like if a Titan has a need to heal, means that they can be killed, like through just simply damage. But in this case, VB here just has a lot of health, so he just doesn't get down. Okay, so some would say or question why like Titan VB or as I call it Delta VB, like it flinches during the light. How I like to imagine it is that since he still has like traits of Pete, he basically, I mean, how would you react if you got blinded with a light? Obviously you would go but in this case it's like sensitive to him. It's way more sensitive to him. So, in this bit, okay, here's the thing about this bit. The reason to why Susie is like this is because she doesn't know about the Titans like that. She's like, she doesn't have this dread towards them. Because like, in chapter 4, she knew, she was more like cautious and like, or not really cautious. It's more so like, she knew what's at stake. Is the thing, and since she doesn't really have like an idea what this is, then she is just herself. She's like, oh, we can take this down. We just have to figure out something. Like that's why she's more like this. Like she's not as afraid. Is the thing. And since both of them don't know how like Titans like work, like they're kind of like fountains, then I thought it would be cool to do something different. An axe of light. So, in this case, think of it like this. When you stab, like, you concentrate something and stab into the earth, you make a dark fountain. What I like to imagine, it's the opposite here. You borrow the light. You are the light of someone's world. And they put that concentration into you. Therefore, you making light instead. This part heavily implies that at the end of the day, Pete is still himself. He doesn't have hate in his heart. He still he doesn't really forgive like VB here, but he doesn't want things to end negatively. So all he can really do is just tell him to move on. Because at the end of the day, he is a friendly guy. And that's it. That's friends till the end. And the singing here is supposed to imply that this is BB. It's a sad end for him because he's gone now. No more, no Titan to worry about. And at the end of the day, it's a good ending. Maybe not for him, but for everyone else. And how do I put this? It's also a good ending for a certain someone. Someone who got parasite.
There is a friend inside of me. There is a friend inside. Everybody, it is time to go. Let's grab somebody from long time ago. Let us hit them together and hit them roll. Maybe you can tell we're about to start. Bring your light round and round. Make the day not go, make down. You may see them high, you may see them low, but it's still harder got to blow. Come to come right up the hill. Come on, swing it and spin it like a goddamn windmill. So come along, it's time to bring the soul and not for me. I'm gonna just go. If I had a soul to throw. Let's let it go. Goodbye. Well, it's been.
So, at the end of the day, here's my explanation of how this all came to be. 2 years ago, when I was casually doom scrolling on Twitter, I started to see a lot of people go around and say, "Fred inside me," with a monochromatic image of Woody from Toy Story for some strange reason. I found out that it was a meme that Toby Fox randomly made on his Tumblr page, which spiraled into becoming an odd meme. But then I started to hear people say that it could potentially be an important thing for Deltarune, with the implication of Chris having a friend inside them, that being the soul. Later down the line, I stumbled upon a rabbit hole of the Woody theory. At first, I thought it was silly, mainly due to the name, but after watching a video about it by Spooky Dude, then
Night, it's well. I do, all is well. That is well.
let's just say I got so invested in it that I started to make pixel art animations again. And when it says again, I used to make pixel art animations of like Undertale, but I stopped. But thanks to the Woody theory and the friends inside me thing, it got me to do it again after all these years. As it says, I used to do it on this channel, but I got hacked like crazy, and the hacker deleted those videos, unfortunately. So it's more so like those who know. You okay, Poot? I'm doing splendid. So I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you. I'm glad that you guys like my take on Chapter 3 and my take on a Cowboy Secret Boss. Pete and VB reminded me how much I like making mock-ups, which is things that looks like in-game footage, but it's all animated. Which is still true, and I thank you all for enjoying it.
Pete and VB to see a thing and do folks. Here to see that is go folks.
Pete VB is a love letter to animation, new and old. He's supposed to represent old rubber hose animations, mainly Popeye the Sailor Man era. Meanwhile, VB is supposed to represent cartoon episodes that unintentionally terrified you as a kid. This is PootStablook, or PootStablook, and I'd like to wish you all a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. So, what are you doing there? Get back there. So So that was the live commentary. You could, you know what? I should probably also cover the other ending. So, where could that be? Let me see if I have it around here. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So, let us go back a little, and we got ending A. So, it's just a little quick thing. So yeah, this is what happens when you would eat the bird pie. And obviously the song has a different motif. So what happens here is that obviously this is a nod back to Chapter 2's Weird Route, but in this case it's gotten to a point where Chris is already familiar with this and doesn't want this to happen again. Like, I've seen a lot of interpretations that they would still go through with it, but seeing how Chris acted during Chapter 4, I feel like at this point, Chris would not want this, especially with her mom. And that was ending A. So, yeah, as you already guessed, I used the swoon sound for this, and I thought it would be like more climactic if I did that, because like obviously Chris is not the knight, but I only did it to make it cool, and that's it, and that's all. Just to make it cool. So, how did Chris destroy a Titan? Now here's the thing. Whenever Chris slashes a soul, it emits light. And since you need a soul to basically defeat a Titan, you could say remnants of the soul's light made the Titan weaker, making it pierce through what is already high health. So that's why Chris just demolished Delta VB here. I gave you $5 to answer my question, please. Oh dear, I must have missed that. Hold on. So if you eat the pie, tutorial arrives and you are locked into the weird route. Susie gets you out. What happens if you eat nothing? Star Walker? It's basically going to be like you could say it's going to force you to use an item. Like it's like it's gonna like loop itself, because like it serves an important purpose. Tell us about the next animation. Here's the thing about the next animation. Right now, I want to take a kind of long break from pixel art animations, because right now I spent months making this. Like, like that's fair, ain't it? But however, I can tell you one thing. One thing. Like for the future. The future of Pete and VB. Let me see if I can find it. Where can it be? Where can it be? Where can it be? Where can it be? Where can this... Okay, so I don't know how long or when I'll get to this point, because like making a video in 3. Don't worry about that. When it comes to making a video in 3 to 4 months, takes a lot out of me, and I would, at this moment, I just want to work on other stuff, like the comic I wanted to make, or like I mentioned in the first video, because like I want to do that now that this is done. But for future reference, for the next thing, or in this case, the very, very last Pete thing, it's gonna be about his nemesis. This guy. So, you could say I will be covering a chapter 5 thing. I mean, I have a chapter 4 thing going on, which I might continue, but for reference, this guy and Pete are gonna have some beef. They're going to have some beef. So, but with that being said, I just want to take to say thank you all for tuning in to the stream. I know I said I would be like doodling or whatever, but I think I'm gonna be saving that for tomorrow, because right now it's getting pretty late and I'm getting a little tired. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and this is PootStablook, and I'm glad you get to know more context-wise when it comes to like everything. So yeah, thank you for tuning in.